Companies have too many experts that block innovation, whereas innovation really comes from perpendicular thinking. Great quote from Peter Diamandis. My name is Jurgen Moors, and I'm a coach, a strategic advisor, and a consultant. And my mission is, as guardian of manufacturing, to secure the future of manufacturing by educating individuals and, on the other hand side, supporting enterprises. Now, why are intrapreneurs so important for the enterprises? Well, if you look at an industry, if you look at the manufacturing industry, if you look at the trends over the last decades, what you've seen that coming from the past, this incremental change, this strive for operational excellence, this looking for the low-hanging fruit, always makes that you put small steps forward as an industry or as a manufacturer. But your competition, your competitor, is doing the exact same things. So it takes you maybe an advantage of a month, maybe a year, and then your competitor already caught up. So you never really gain a competitive edge if you are on this path. The only way to gain a huge competitive edge or for a longer time is where you say, I go for breakthrough innovation, I will aim for radical innovation. But you have trimmed your organization for decades on this continuous strive for optimization, small steps. So how are you going to do that? Well, I'm pretty sure that inside your enterprise, inside your organization, there are some people that you could call intrapreneurs. They have the skill set and the ability to bring this radical innovation, to bring this breakthrough innovation. And as a company, as a manufacturing enterprise, you will actually need them in the years to come. Because beside the fact that what we just discussed, you trimmed your organization, including your management, for these small steps all the time, and your competition is exactly doing the same thing. Innovation, technical innovation as we know it these days, has grown exponentially in speed. Whether you look at robotics, AI, extended reality, all of those technologies, they are coming faster and faster and have a potentially huge impact in the manufacturing industry. And that's where you exactly need those entrepreneurs that take risks, that bring that innovation, that look at a different way, or, like I said from my quote, that think perpendicular. And what you don't need is all of those experts coming up with reasons telling you why it should not work, it can't work, and it maybe will never work. But there's also this quote, something doesn't work until somebody does it, and then suddenly all of this discussion is gone. And if this is your competitor, well, then you might have a huge problem. So nurture those entrepreneurs, focus on them. But don't make the mistakes that a lot of companies are trying, because we already had this surge of intrapreneurship in business or in manufacturing or in industry. And then you saw that we had these intrapreneurial programs. People would go out and they would be trained to become intrapreneurs. And for some of them, this was the right thing to do because you created some of your intrapreneurs that way. But at the same time, these training programs and these companies that offered that asked you to set up a system, to put intrapreneurship in a system and create this funnel where those entrepreneurs had to report their ideas, and then you could see the ideas move to the funnel, and some would not be taken, and some would be supported, and other would not be supported. So you started to bureaucratize entrepreneurship. And what you saw is that before most of them actually reached the end of the tunnel, we were again working with incremental change, incremental innovations. So it's not the way to do it. Don't bureaucratize or systemize your intrapreneurs. Try to stay away from that. Give them the freedom, the autonomy that they need to realize what they need to do. Think differently. Challenge the status quo inside your organization. Give them the freedom to move. Silence, and maybe this is something that you can actually put into a system as a company, or to actually do it as a bureaucracy. Before you are allowed to give criticism on the intrapreneur, first you have to fill out a form and tell why. And this has to be approved by management. And as soon as it is released by management, then you are allowed to criticize or say no. It's the only way. That's the flip side, and turn it upside down. Maybe that's the way that we can give those people the freedom. Because it's so easy inside most organizations to say no. It's so easy to not take the risk. It's the entrepreneurs that will change your organization. So as an organization, if you want to move, if you want to be competitive, if you want to make your manufacturing future-proof and you want to be there in a couple of years from now, if you want to onshore and want to survive here in Europe, for instance, in the United States, don't start asking for grants. Make sure you cultivate the intrapreneurs in your organization. And don't do it, please don't do it in a systematic or in a bureaucratic way. Because in the end, you again end up where you started, with incremental change and operational excellence as we know it. Look for those intrapreneurs, look for those gold nuggets, and silence the critics. That's your fast ticket to innovation.